Well, hello everyone, welcome! Welcome back to Nier Replicant, but Kainé edition! I don't know what I was expecting from playthrough E, or E-side, or whatever you want to call it, but it wasn't this. And I'm enjoying it. Anyway, let's see what's through the door. Where the tree robo-kid said something that was lost is. Sorry about that sentence. Didn't really come together, like I hoped. Just gotta roll with the sentence sometimes.
Whoa! What is this place? At least there don't seem to be any bad guys around.
Emil, I didn't get a chance to ask yet with all the fighting and shit, but what happened to you back then? And where have you been? And why the hell do you have 4 arms?
Kainé, Look, it's gonna take way too long to get into all that now.
Come on.
Fine. I was worried, you know?
Aw, Kainé. But look at us now. Team Camille, back together again.
Yeah, I guess so.
I love it. These two are the best. Like, it really is a testament to how much I like Kainé as a character that I think Kainé has, like, the worst costume design in this game, and one of the, least fitting, like, among the least fitting, least appropriate character and costume designs, yeah, just the costume design, really, of almost any JRPG, or action RPG game I've played. And yet I still think she's, like, the best character in this game, and easily my favorite. She's great. I have heard some folks kind of provide some potential explanations and justifications for her character design, and
I feel like I've forgotten something really important.
Tell me about it.
You too?
Yeah, I can't really describe it, but it's like my mind is filled with this weird fog.
I think I made a promise to somebody? Like that we would go eat something delicious?
Well then, we'll just have to get those memories back.
Yeah.
couple of cuties. Yeah, like, I have heard some folks have given some kind of potential justifications for why it could potentially be appropriate for Kainé to dress like this. Like, why would Kainé herself dress like this? And some of those explanations, like, I can sort of see. They don't feel quite satisfactory enough to me, especially given that Yoko Taro has also just very clearly expressed that he thinks she's super sexy and he just likes her being designed like this. And also, like trans and intersex folks get kind of fetishized enough in our culture. I know I'm not really the person, it's not my lane to make that complaint, but it's just a complaint I'm aware is out there. So, for me, I don't think this is a good costume design or, like, fitting for this character. But despite that, Kainé is awesome. And I'm really glad we're getting to spend some more time with her, and her and Emil together also, because this pairing is too adorable. And I'm really curious where they're going with this. It looks really cool.
I feel an enormous magical power ahead.
Just don't do anything rash. Got it?
Got it. Same goes for you, Kainé. I don't want to be alone anymore.
Yeah.
Like, this additional playthrough is one of the best sales pitches for playing Nier Automata that I've seen. It's just sort of like a big demo of, like, hey, here's what we're capable of doing now. Here's what Nier can play like now. And it's a pretty good pitch.
Is this the Shadow Lord's castle?
Kainé, I'm sensing some powerful magic up ahead.
Intriguing.
This is a very special place.
To you and to the world.
What do we got here? I'm gonna beat it up.
That is the core frame of this forest, within which a great variety of information is stored.
Inside it exists all that this world is, including the memories you have lost.
Interesting.
You don't get to decide who lives and who dies.
That voice. It's the one from my dreams.
I've heard that voice before.
These are your memories.
A record you repeatedly rewrote.
Interesting. Okay. Yep. Break.
You made it this far because you were with us, Kainé.
Damn it. What is this?
Do you suffer?
Are you pained?
Shut the fuck up!
I just have to assume this is one of Laura Bailey's favorite characters she's gotten to play, yeah? Like, she's gotten to play a lot of good characters. But I feel like she's having fun. I don't know Laura Bailey. At all. Don't even know a whole lot about her. This just seems like a very fun character to get to play as a voice actor.
Pathetic fucking shit horse! Just die already!
Huh. That's different.
Where am I? Emil?
Emil?
These are your memories.
These are your records.
This is your world.
Huh. The UI has completely changed. And is this Nier Automata's UI? I ask because, and the only reason I suspect that is, one, the palette of it. Like, I just vaguely feel like I've seen a lot of beige in Nier Automata's palette. But also, that icon for me down on the map, the world map view down there, that shape is familiar. And I think it's because I grabbed it from like menus, or like I grabbed that shape for the story mode opening for Nier as the little icon, like selection icon that moves up and down between continue and options or whatever. That's the only way I know it. And I think it was a Nier Automata like asset that I pulled for that. That's the only way I'd know. Maybe I'm wrong.
What is this?
Sweet memories from deep within.
Bitter memories that were sealed away.
What are you two weirdos up to? I'm gonna hit this.
Shades?
Shades. Human souls that have gone gestalt.
These shades are what data reproduced via your records. They are the true humans who slaughtered
each other. You are a foreign entity in this world.
an error created by a discrepancy between memory and a record.
I've not understood a single fucking thing you shitty little ass grabbers have said since we started this goddamn adventure.
Ah, she's very good. I am so curious where they're going with this. Really loving that splash of a like cube and square effects when these things get hit and die, though. That looks really cool. Let's use those from now on. There we go. See, look at that. That looks awesome. All right. Schmack.
Beepy, wait, that's enough. No, I can't live without you. I don't want to be alone again.
God damn it. Enough with this bullshit already.
Many voices.
Hate, rage, suffering.
Each of them has meaning.
We are incomplete, but our friends make us whole. This is really interesting. Yeah. Shades, chill. We are mocked, abused, and hated, but our friends keep us strong. Look out! Ouch. That is what keeps us going. Do not stand in the way of our lives. Ow.
Stop it, stop it, stop it! I kill Shades. That's all there is to it.
Dang. Man, that move feels really good to use. Yeah, better use one of these. There we go. There's so many of them. I missed my whirlwind. Ah. There we go.
This is the deepest place in your memories.
Memories you had sealed away.
And this one is your worst memory.
Yeah, that tracks.
Times as it takes. You goddamn shit fucking despicable piece of garbage!
All right, then.
We upgraded the data that was recreated from your memories.
Can you defeat this nightmare?
Shut your goddamn traps for one goddamn second and let me kill it already!
New piece of music, too. It's a different version of Kainé's theme, rather.
It's a future. It cannot be stopped.
There is no escaping this nightmare.
We'll see. Ah, badly timed. Hold still.
Someone else was there when I first fought this bastard. Fuck. Why can't I remember?
Nah, come on. Quit it. Whoa. Jeez, this thing hurts. Ah. Too late. Come on. There we go. Come on. I did good. Hit the face. What are you doing? Ow.
This is some twisted shit right here, and you're gonna pay!
Oh, making them look like actual humans this time. Jeez, that's a lot of bullet hell. More than I'm used to.
To you.
Eh. This is very cool in general. And challenging. What's happening? Oh no.
I think it's charging up its magic. Get the fuck down here, you worthless, piss-guzzling shit rag!
Can't reach.
Okay, that hurt.
Kainé, you good? Kainé? Oh boy. Can't fight? Can't dodge?
Get out, half-breed. You disgust me. You disgust us all.
Eh.
We don't want you.
Hard to evade. Ow.
Just
Can't-
leave us in peace.
Can't really turn on a dime. Eh.
Enough already!
Ow.
Please, just shut off!
Oh, jeez.
Fuck. This is bad.
Yeah, seems like. When Kainé's eyes flutter open, she sees a dozen villagers quizzically staring back. After a moment, she realizes she's collapsed on the ground, where sharp stones dig at her flesh like... Whatever, that's not important right now. She pulls herself to a knee before rising on unsteady feet and sparing a glance at her surroundings. The fuck? She mutters. What happened? Wasn't I just fighting shades? Her mind races as her hand gropes unconsciously for the blade that has been her constant companion for so very long. Though she can't explain it, it's clear she has somehow been transported to an entirely new world. Well, not entirely new. She recognizes the hawk-shaped weather vane twisting slowly in the wind above her, as well as the small, round homes with wisps of smoke drifting into the air. And of course there are the villagers, currently staring at her with a mixture of fear and disgust. Oh yes, they are a familiar sight indeed. She's in the Eyrie. She's home. Is something the matter, girl? Kainé spins around at the voice and sees a woman ravaged by time. Her narrow hips barely seem strong enough to hold her body upright, while the shawl wrapped around her thin frame appears ready to fall apart at any moment. Grandma, is that really you? Her grandmother's eyes grow almost comically wide before blinking several times in succession. What's wrong, you fool girl? Is your head lost in dreams? Dreams? Could this be a dream? But it feels so real. But she's dead. Grandma's dead. I watched that goddamn shade killer. So if this isn't a dream, how the hell is she here? Unless those shades killed me too. That must be it. I'm dead. I'm dead, and this is Oh, stop with that nonsense already. Kainé flinches as her grandmother raises a hand in the air, expecting pain to come as correction for her foolishness. But instead of a blow, her grandmother simply places the hand upon her granddaughter's cheek. The warmth of it instantly spreads from her cheek to her face, before filling her entire body with a kind of beautiful light. What's wrong, girl? Asks her grandmother. Are you upset? You want to go home? Kainé feels tears coming to her eyes and struggles to hold them back. Though she still has no idea what's happening, she knows one thing for certain. This is her grandmother. Sorry, Grandma. Not sure where my head was at there. Well, just make sure you keep it attached, her grandmother chuckles as she pulls her hand away. Maybe this is a dream. Or maybe I'm already dead. I don't know. But either way, I'm not alone. As long as Grandma's with me, that's enough.
Didn't I just tell you to stop spacing out, girl?
Her grandmother says with a cackle.
Here now, hold this.
She hands Kainé a large sack filled to bursting with all manner of fruits and vegetables. Damn, Grandma, this is a lot.
Well, it's important to treat yourself every now and then. Besides, these villagers may hate us, but the bastards are more than willing to take our money. We'll lend support as we can, even if they have to hold their noses while we do it.
Her grandmother trails off, as if trying to remember something, then slowly turns around.
Well, what do you know? In all the excitement, I forgot to buy my medicine.
A thin smile wavers on her face for a moment, before vanishing into a lifetime's worth of crevices and wrinkles, causing Kainé to take a concerned step forward. No, Grandma, that's fine. You go home and rest. I'll get the medicine. Her grandmother hesitates, clearly trying to weigh her own need for rest against her granddaughter's odd behavior a moment before. Before she can start to argue, Kainé charges ahead, ignoring the small voice in her head that's telling her what a bad idea all of this is. Really, Grandma, it's fine. Go home, I've got this. She pulls her grandmother's ancient wallet from her fingers, an act that requires a surprising amount of strength. Besides, you know how stubborn I am. Once my mind is set, there's no changing it.
Wonder where you got that from.
Seeing that further argument will be useless, her grandmother slowly turns and begins the long journey home. Kainé watches the figure recede from her vision, waiting for what seems an eternity to ensure everything's all right. Once the frail shadow finally vanishes over the horizon, she turns on a heel and makes for the apothecary. "Oh there," says the elderly apothecary as Kainé enters the store. "Here for Kali's medicine, are you?" Though few villagers had ever bothered to learn her grandmother's name, she and the apothecary were old friends. Perhaps that was the reason he'd always showed her kindness when so many others did not. Yeah, if it's not a bother." The shopkeeper immediately sets about his work, deftly pulling bottles and herbs from the shelves and mixing them with a practiced hand. Soon, a peculiar smell begins to drift through the store, one that immediately reminds Kainé of her childhood. "There you are," says the apothecary as he holds out a small cloth bag. "Sorry for the wait." "Oh, and say, that's a fine portrait you drew of your grandmother. It looks just like her, it does. Honestly, I've never seen Kali so over the moon about anything. She brags about it every time she stops by." "You saw that?" said Kainé, her eyes narrowing. Said portrait was something she had whipped up one day after getting her hands on some crayons, and to call it rough would be an act of purest generosity. The idea her grandmother was displaying it around town makes Kainé's stomach want to sink down to her feet before slinking off into a hole somewhere. "You bet I saw it," the pleased apothecary says. "She brought it all the way here just to show me. My, but it's been a long time since I've seen something so wonderful." Kainé's mind begins to whirl. The picture was shit. She was sure it was shit. And yet, the man's reaction displayed the exact opposite opinion. Is he just being nice to me? The apothecary, as if sensing her skepticism, doubles down. "I could really tell you put your heart into it. It was simply wonderful." Thanks," offers Kainé, who just wants the entire conversation to be over. She briefly considers how she's going to make her grandmother cease her little traveling art show, but then realizes that train has likely left the station. Shaking her head to banish her increasingly shrill thoughts, she grips the bag of medicine tightly and turns to leave. But just as she reaches the door, she hears a loud thud from somewhere back in the shop. Kainé turns around to see the apothecary crouching on the floor. Hey there, you okay?" When the man does not reply, Kainé moves toward him. She assumes he just slipped on something, or perhaps hit his head on one of the low-hanging shelves in the crowded shop. But the moment she draws close to him, she hears him begin to scream inside her mind. "My leg! My leg! My leg! Oh God, where's my leg?" Panicked, Kainé looks around and discovers that the man's leg is gone. "Help me!" screams the voice in her head. "Help me!" As Kainé looks on in horror, the man's fingers begin to shimmer and vanish. He reaches out for her with his other hand, only to find that it too is no longer there. Soon his arms go. Then his legs. Then the side of his face warbles out of existence, causing a stray eyeball to roll out of its socket and onto the floor. "Help," says the voice, as if it could even be called that anymore. "I can't." A moment later, what remains of the pitiful shopkeeper collapses into a heap of ash, releasing a small puff into the suddenly silent air. As Kainé stumbles back in horror, she hears a cacophony of terror rising up outside. Oh God, what's happening? My arms! Where are my arms? Why can't I see? Kainé bursts out of the store and finds herself in a nightmare. Homes slough off the sides of cliffs, taking out pieces of scaffolding as they fall. Screams echo out everywhere, creating an opera fit for hell. Villagers run in mad circles before exploding into dust, their clothing drifting this way and that as it floats untethered through the air. As she stares at the scene, wide-eyed, a single thought suddenly inserts itself into the forefront of her mind. Grandma. Kainé breaks into a run, the crumbling world around her suddenly forgotten. She leaps from one piece of falling debris to the next, using them as stepping stones to cross a world that is increasingly losing cohesion. As she continues her mad dash, flecks of ash are blown into her face, her mouth, her eyes. Ash, 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 ash. Buildings and people all reduced to so many cinders in the wind. Soon she arrives at her childhood home. It was once a place filled of precious memories, a place she regarded as an oasis in an increasingly mad world, but now it's nothing but a pile of ash. As she gapes unbelievingly at the sight, a faint sound suddenly reaches her ears. Kainé. She's alive. Grandma's alive. With the speed born out of panic, she leaps into the giant pile and begins shoving it aside. It stings her eyes and burns her lungs, but she continues on, heedless of the danger. Finally, she pulls a small, blackened form out of the darkness. Come on, Grandma, she whispers. We're getting out of here. Without waiting for a response, Kainé gathers her grandmother in her arms and breaks into a mad run, hoping to escape the chaos. But the wave of ash has become a tsunami, and before she can make it more than a few desperate steps, it reaches out with a cruel hand and overwhelms them. Kainé stumbles and falls, sending her and her grandmother tumbling into the ashes. One glance at her feet is enough to reveal the culprit. Her right leg has vanished at a point just below the knee. Oh, it'll take more than that to stop me, mutters Kainé as she slings her grandmother over her shoulder and begins to crawl away. We're gonna make it. We're gonna live. As she crawls, her grandmother seems to grow lighter, as if trying to magically reduce the weight of her own burden, and as Kainé continues to struggle, she hears a small, soft voice enter her ear. Thank you, Kainé. Thank you. As the voice drifted away, the last of the pile of ash that used to be her grandmother drifts away on a soft breeze. Kainé screams, an impossibly sad and lonely sound, and begins trying to pull the ashes back to her. This can't be happening. It can't be happening. But the ashes are mingling with all the other detritus from the collapsed village, and soon she can no longer tell which particles belong to who. Come on, come the fuck on already! As she continues her frantic digging, her hand suddenly closes around a piece of soft, ragged fabric. Her grandmother's shawl. I knew this place was a lie. I knew it, and I still couldn't do anything. I couldn't save anyone. I couldn't even escape. I just felt the peace in the place, and I accepted it. I wanted it. That's why there was nothing here. No reason to live. No goal. No anything. So this is why I'm...
Say,
Suddenly, a new voice enters Kainé's world.
I say, can you hear me?
After a moment, the voice calls out again, louder, clearer.
Now then, you wish to get him back, hmm?
Him? Replied Kainé. Who are you talking about?
For the love of all the heavens, I always did know you were a handful.
Though the voice immediately begins to grate on Kainé's nerves, there is something else as well. A kind of warmth, almost of familiarity.
Are you truly so daft that you have already forgotten one of your beloved traveling companions and friends?
Says the voice, which causes something deep in Kainé's memories to surge forth. That's right, I had friends, and I was fighting to get one of them back. At this realization, a blinding, radiant beam of light shoots out across the ash-covered world. Covering her eyes with one trembling hand, Kainé reaches for it.
Do hurry back now, hussy. What is the matter? Do you still not remember? You've not time to become lost in your thoughts.
Right. Okay. Let's get him back!
Vice, are you going to help me out now? That'd be great. The power of Grimoire Vice grants you the use of magic. Good, I need ranged attacks.
Use my magic to topple the beast.
On it.
I presume you know how to use magic, yes? Then give us a show, hussy.
I'll need
Can do.
your help to take out this goddamn fuckwaffle!
That's a new one.
Use my power to knock the creature down with magic.
Okay. Gladly. There we are. Ow.
Well done. Now clobber the beast.
Doing it.
Let's fuck it up good!
This is going much better.
Shit, this thing is tough.
Let the next onslaught be our last.
Whoop. What? Ah. Yikes.
Hey, Vice.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah?
Have you been in your cups again?
Fuck your face.
That's more like it.
Come on. Lose health. Ow. Not me.
Are you sound of mind, hussy? What you're attempting is extremely...
Cram it, book. I'm doing this.
I see.
Come on. Burn down that health. Burn down that hand health. Don't care about the rest. Only hand. Make health bar go down. Seems to be working. Ow.
Let not your resolution waver before mere illusions again, hussy.
Don't worry. I'll do what needs to be done.
Working on it. But boy, that is a lot of bullet hell, though. Can't deny that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Help. Okay, we better use some items. Gracious. Look at all this. I don't suppose, Vice, you have more options. Oh, you do. That. Boy, that's great news. Can't attach words to him. That's still fine. Okay. Let's beat it up. Yes, 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 yes. There we go.
Do not relent in your assault.
Time to close this out!
There we go.
Let us finish this.
Yes. I love the different look all the magic has now.
So this is a replicant's potential. So
Don't. Gotta go back. Don't.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I already made up my mind. Nobody tells me what to do. I swore I would be a sword. I swore that I would be your sword. Do you hear me? So I am going to get you back, and I don't care what it takes. Who the fuck do you think you are to just up and disappear like that, huh? I'm the one who gets to decide what my life means to me. It's my life, and I'll do whatever I want with it. So quit wasting time like a brainless fuckwit and get your ass back here now!
Ooh. Well, this is interesting. Do you want to recover the person you cherish? Yeah, I guess. If you choose this option, your current save data will be erased, and the save data deleted in ending D will be restored. Are you sure about this? That's interesting. I didn't know that's an option. I mean, sure. Once your save data has been restored, this save data will be erased, so you can only choose this option once. Are you really sure? Yeah, I guess. Are you really sure about this? Yes. What is the name of the person you cherish? This is neat. Oop. I just did a bad job. Hold on. Yeah, let me... Sorry. I said yes. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. The correct name was entered. All save files will be restored. That is interesting. So, because this definitely wasn't an option in the original game. Obviously. I wonder, could you then beat the game, do ending D, delete your save, and just keep ping-ponging back between these two modes? That's a neat addition. And I like that it is... I love that undoing the big sacrifice is not just a paltry thing, that it is framed as Kainé asserting her own choice. Like, getting a say in that choice that we made for her, ultimately. And saying that she does not accept our sacrifice for her life, which she gets to, like, which is hers to choose what to do with. I do wonder what this means for Kainé, though. Select a file to restore the lost save data to. Oh, maybe I don't have to delete everything. We'll just tuck this right here, maybe. Okay. Oh, it saves at A and B. Interesting. Well, I guess it would, because after that, you either get ending C or D, which are mutually exclusive.
I leave the rest to you, hussy.
Thanks, book. Well, now.
Our journey may have been meaningless,
Our past may have been a mistake.
But we're not going back.
Even if this world comes to an end.
Because this is the world with the people we cherish.
That is a nice addition of an ending, and I like there being one that does have a little bit more of a, like it's still not a happy ending. The world is still a complete mess, and none of that is fixed. But for our characters, though, they get to have an ending where they get to remain together, mostly. And that's quite nice. Like, I think games that are this... Like, any story that is this, relentlessly sad and depressing and, just a pretty thorough downer within, it really makes the little moments of joy or victory or triumph or happiness feel all the sweeter. It helps having a little sprinkling of both to make... each makes the other feel more potent. And I like this after having so many endings that are bittersweet, and this one, I guess, kind of is too. I am liking that we're getting one where Kainé gets happiness. That's very nice. It's been really interesting going back to this game and like seeing how I feel about it. And I know I've talked about that already. Apologies, by the way, for all of my rambling attempts to explain my like reaction to and like how I'm feeling about the game as we're going through it. It's hard to formulate explanations for how a thing makes you feel in the moment without time to really reflect and think on it. But it's been interesting going back to this. And I know some of the stuff that I've complained about that does not work for me in Nier in retrospect, and it still doesn't necessarily. I think there's a lot about Nier that could... There's a better version of this game that could exist, and I can see lots of ways that better version... I can see lots of ways that this existing game is not quite there. But for for a lot of people watching, lots of these scenes have been way more effective for them than it has been for me. And that's okay. That's great, in fact. I'm not at all wanting to take that away. I'm just wanting to, it's a Let's Play. If I'm wanting to talk about how I'm reacting and feeling about a game as I'm going through it. And sometimes, if a thing's not working for me in a game, I do kind of like want to talk about that. Because even if I'm still enjoying the game itself, trying to figure out like what is or isn't working and why, it can be really interesting. It's a useful exercise. Anyway, this is the actual ending now. We've did it. We've beaten the game. This is the last time we will see the credits, and as such, I guess I'll do my little ending spiel thing. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please consider subscribing, because we play like new things all the time. At least one new video on this channel per day. We have tons of playlists of all the past things we've played on the channel if you want to peruse through there, if you've enjoyed this. We also have a Patreon, which if you would love to support what we do, I'd be very appreciative. Even for just supporting us for $1, you get to vote for what like bonus playthroughs we might do on the channel, because every 100 patrons we do an additional bonus playthrough on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, on top of everything else we already do. Also, if you are a patron for $5 or higher, you get to take part in these monthly Q&A streams we do, which I've been told I should start hyping up more on the channel itself, because people who do attend those seem to enjoy it a lot, and I enjoy it a lot too. We just hang out for hours and just kind of chat, and y'all ask whatever questions you want, and I'll answer them. It's just a fun monthly thing we do. But even if you are not interested in becoming a patron or subscribing or any of that, if this is the last we see of you here on this channel, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this, and that you have a good one. But yeah, do consider sticking around, though. We play a whole bunch. And gosh, I've got a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I want to play this year, probably more than I have like open slots for. Psychonauts 2 is coming out. We need to get to the intermission episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake soon, the one with Yuffie in it. There's going to be a new Horizon game. There's also Nier Automata. Right, we got to also play Nier Automata. We won't do that right away because I need a little Nier break. Gonna play a few other things first, but Nier Automata is definitely happening because now that I have gone back through this and refreshed, I am super excited to see Nier Automata, which everything I've heard about it suggests that Nier Automata is stronger in almost every way, which is pretty exciting. Because despite the complaints I have about certain aspects of Nier on the whole, I think it's like a very cool, worthwhile thing. And seeing an even better incarnation of a cool idea like this is very exciting. A parting greeting has been added to the options menu. Visit that woman's house to acquire a new weapon. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hey, and the menu changed again. Neat. What's the parting greeting thing? I'm confused. A parting greeting. What?
All right. Is everybody here?
Present and accounted for.
You betcha!
Sure.
All right, then. Dear players, the game is over, and we have a special message for you.
Thank you for playing.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yona, why aren't you in bed?
Oh, hey! It's my big brother. I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to miss this. Try and take it easy on her, okay? Yeah, you wouldn't turn down a request from your adorable little sister, would ya?
Popola, Devila, you're here too?
Looks like you're having yourself a grand old time, sunshine!
Okay, who was that?
Shut up, Tyrion. You'll just make things complicated.
We haven't all the time in the world, Let us finish what we came here to do.
So, it's really gonna be over, huh? Does that make anyone else feel sad?
We have to say goodbye eventually. But hey, I'm sure we'll meet again.
You really think so?
I'm getting hungry over here. Want to hurry this up?
All right. Once again, from the top.
Dear players, the game is over, and we have a special message for you. Ready? 1, 2...
Thank you for playing!
These goofs. Oh, what a weird game. Anyway, y'all, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time for something else. Do take care, and goodbye.